Finally tonight, as we close our concert, tonight we had a unique opportunity that doesn't come along very often. We have the privilege and the honor to commission a work that was written for our own band by Dr. Guthrie from Calvin University. This will be the world premiere of this piece called The Exhilaration of Being Loved, and will be conducted tonight by the composer himself. We want to thank Dr. Guthrie for working with our band over the last few weeks and for spending so much time and energy writing a piece that is based on our school theme for this year, Love Well. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Guthrie, if he would come forward and let him say a few words before we let this work. Dr. Guthrie.
Some of you may remember me. Steve gave me a chance to speak last year. I do have a confession to make that I lived just a few blocks from here a full year before I ever heard the band. It was at the Midwest Festival in Calgary that I just saw their conduct and thought, these students probably sound really good. I did not know how good they sounded. Believe it or not, I've sent some pieces that are similar to what you'll hear tonight to some high school only bands, and they'll say, these solos are too hard, and some of the solos you'll hear tonight are actually played by middle schoolers. It goes to show you how the character that they built and raising the next generation here is something that really shows the work of God, not something that just believe, but living out the faith. And in Calvary, we try to do that. We try to disciple students to do the same thing. My students can tell you, I teach a lot of courses. Composition and songwriting is one of my favorite. I'm so excited to be able to write large ensemble works. It was always my dream. I'm so thankful for Steve for blazing the trail to actually make this happen. So, very quickly about the title, it was when I heard Love Well was the theme, I thought, how do I fit the ideas in my head into this theme? That I considered, what is love in our culture today, and how does that compare with the biblical idea? And especially when I look at middle schoolers and college students, I think they're going into a largely secular world where no one really talks about and really knows what love is according to the biblical worldview. And I just remember when I got into college, when I realized that God's love has nothing to do with how I feel. And so importantly, how I feel doesn't say anything about how much I love God, more importantly, how much He loves me. There are emotional roller coasters in life that we'll face, and I wanted to make a very picturesque, memorable experience for these students to contemplate that no matter how they feel in life, you cannot change the true, committed, dedicated agape love that God has for you, and the love that God calls us to have for one another. I hope you enjoy The Exhilaration of Being Loved, the world premiere.